Hi, welcome to Photon Academy. Once again, let us see some more previous problems appeared in the IIT examination. First, let me take up first question. That is, epsilon denote permittivity of free space. Mu naught denote permeability of vacuum and I is current. If M is mass, L is length, comma, T is time, then have the clarity in the question. He says that epsilon is permittivity of the free space, whereas mu naught is permeability of vacuum, and I is the current, and is clearly giving that mass is m, length is l, t is the time. Then he says that continuity of the question is then following are given. He has given some options. He is asking which are true. First option he has given is epsilon is equal to m to the power of -1, L to the power of -3, T square and I. T square and I. The second option he has given is epsilon is equal to m to the power of -1, L to the power of -3, T to the power of 4, be careful, T to the power of 4, I current square. The next third option he has given is mu naught is equal to m L T minus 2 into I to the power of -2. Final option he has given is mu naught is equal to m L square T minus 1 into I. And he says in the question that It is a MCQ type question. Multiple choice question with more than one option is correct. Now the clarity. So you out of the 4 options as provided, the answer will be more than one option will be the correct. This is the previous JEE question. IIT examination, joint entrance exam. Clear? Okay. Now, he is asking the dimensional formula of the permittivity and permeability in terms of mass, length, and time, as well as current. Be careful, current is also given. Clear? Let us see the solution of this. Okay. Now, what is the definition of the permeability? This is permeability. The definition is 2 pi into force into distance divided by current square of current into length L. Length L. From the previous classes, we have seen this one. Permeability. Be careful, this is nothing but permeability. Permeability of vacuum. Permeability of 2 pi into force into distance divided by current square into the length L. Clear? Now observe carefully from this above equation. Okay, let us see. This is a non-dimensional parameter. Doesn't have any dimensions. And you have the force, distance, and this is the length L. Clear? Force, distance, and the length. Okay. Now observe carefully. If I simplify this is force. What is the dimension formula of the force? We know MLT minus 2. Distance dimension formula L, length L. I square, we are keeping as it is I square. Length L. L goes out, the numerator and denominator. Final dimension formula for the permeability becomes M L T minus 2. And if I take up current in the numerator side, I to the power of minus 2. I to the power of minus 2. Clear? Now try to see. Out of all the above options, option C is correct. Option C is correct. Option D is a wrong statement for the permeability of vacuum, but option C among them is correct for the permeability. Clear? MLT minus 2, I to the power of minus 2. Okay. Now, let us also see the dimension formula of the permittivity of free space. Okay, this is known as permittivity. Permittivity of free space. Okay. Earlier, mu naught was permeability. Now it is permittivity, epsilon. We know that the force between any two charges, either force of attraction or force of repulsion, is given as 1 by 4 pi into epsilon into Q1 into Q2 by d square, distance between them two. D is the distance between them. If I simplify this, epsilon becomes, if I cross multiply this or take it as this side, so Q1 into Q2 divided by 4 phi into F d square. That means Q1 is one charge, Q2 is another charge. If I simplify further, replace by the charge symbol Q, Q square by 4 phi into F into D square. Clear? Observe carefully. This is the formula for the permittivity of the free space. Clear? Now, let us see that epsilon is equal to 1 by 4 phi into Q square by F into D square. Since this does not have any dimension, so epsilon is equal to Q square by F into D square. Clear? Now observe carefully. This is the charge. This is force. This is the distance. Clear? Now, I am putting that. In the previous class, we know that charge is equal to I into T, current into T. This was the simple equation. Charge is equal to current into C, or simply current is charge by time. Charge by time. To cross multiply, Q is equal to I. Since dimension formula is asked in terms of current, so I'm replacing Q with I. So here I replace, that is I into T whole square by F into D. Clear? Now I am simplifying. I am simplifying this. I square. I'm putting the dimensions, units. So I square T, capital T square by force. What is the dimension formula of force? MLT minus 2. What is the dimension formula of D? D is length, L square. Clear? On simplification, if I take up this mass numerator side, M minus 1, L into L square, L cube. If I take up upside, L to the power of minus 3. T square in the numerator, denominator, T to the power of minus 2. If I take up that side, T to the power of 4, then I square into I square. This is the concerned dimension formula. M to the power of minus 1, L to the power of minus 3, T to the power of 4, and I to the power of 2. Is it clear? Now, out of all those options, if you see the options, clear? Option B is the correct one. M to the power of minus 1, L to the power of minus 3, T to the power of 4, I square. Option B is the correct one. Option B is correct for epsilon, permittivity of the free space. Okay. Earlier, option C is correct for mu naught, permeability of vacuum. Understand? That means it is a MCQ type question. I said multiple choice question with more than one option is correct. So what are the options? Options B and C. B and C are correct. Clear? I have explained this question in detail, but if you practice, you can not take more than 2 to 3 minutes, not more than 2 minutes. Very simple question. If you directly remember the dimensional formulae, you can directly substitute. There is no need to worry. Clear? No. Let us take up the second question. Previous question, second question. Clear? The second question is, yes, given that in terms of potential difference, potential difference V, potential difference V, comma, okay, electric current I, comma, permittivity of free space, permittivity of free space epsilon, comma, and speed of light, C, speed of light is C, comma, the dimensional correct equation is, says the dimensional correct equation is. Here, now observe carefully. Okay, observe carefully. He has given potential difference V, current I, permittivity of free space epsilon, and speed of light C. How many quantities are there? There are potential difference V and current I, permittivity of free space is epsilon, speed of light C. Okay. He has also given the permeability of vacuum is epsilon. So how many quantities are provided to you? There are 5 quantities provided. First one is quoted is potential difference V. Second one is quoted is electric current I. Third one is quoted is permittivity of the free space. Fourth one is quoted is speed of light. And fifth one is quoted is permeability of the free space. These are the 5 things he has quoted. Okay. Now he is asking, which is the correct equation that suits among the options? Which is the correct equation that suits among the options? He has provided options also. Okay. The first option he has given is mu naught into I square is equal to epsilon into V square. The first option. The second option he has provided is, the second option is mu naught into I is equal to epsilon into V. This is the second option he has provided. The third option he has provided is I is equal to epsilon into speed of light c into potential difference V. The fourth option he has provided is, that is mu naught into speed of light c into I is equal to epsilon into V. These are the 4 options in the form of the equations as quoted. Clear? Now he's asking, which of these options are correct? Okay. Now observe carefully. This is also MCQ, multiple choice question with more than one option correct. More than one option correct. So hence we have to check which of the options are correct first. Okay. Now this is also previous JEE appeared question. Clear? Now let us see the solution of that. Before going into the solution, the parameters involved are what? Potential difference, electric current, epsilon, mu naught, and C. These are the parameters as he quoted here. Now observe carefully. From the previous sessions, we know very well that permeability of vacuum is 2 pi into F into T divided by current square into length. This is the equation. Similarly, permittivity epsilon is 1 by 4 5 into Q square by F into D square. This is the equation for the permittivity of the free space. So this equation is 1. We know from the earlier session. This is the second equation we know. Observe carefully. In this case, this 2 pi and 4 pi, 1 by 4 pi, they do not have any dimensions. They are numericals. So hence, we omit in this equation. Clear? Okay. Now, observe. If I take off mu naught, permeability of vacuum, that becomes F into D divided by I square into L. Similarly, if I take epsilon, that is 1 by 4 pi, I am deleting it. So Q square by F into D square. Okay. Now let us take the ratio of these two. Okay, the ratio of these two. Since first option is what? First option he has given is, let us check up the first option. He has given is mu naught into I square is equal to epsilon into V square. Let us check up the first option first. So let us see that mu naught divided by epsilon, how much it becomes. Okay, here it becomes V square by I square. V square mu naught by epsilon is V square by I square. Let us see whether it is first option is correct or not. Okay, now I am taking the ratios. In this case, I am taking the ratios. Observe mu naught by epsilon. Mu naught is what? F into D by I square into length L. Epsilon, if I divide this by this, then this denominator goes up. That is F into D square by 2 square. This becomes F into D square by 2 square. Now, observe here. Okay. Now, these terms, if I simplify, one of the length parameter, distance parameter cancel out. So remaining is F into F square, D square by I square into Q square. Okay. Now observe. So mu naught by epsilon is equal to, that is F square into D square by I square into Q square. Okay. Now, from the previous classes, we know that a simple equation, since work is equal to W is equal to Q into V. Q into V, charge into potential difference. Now, what is work? Work is force into displacement, that is force into V, which is equal to Q into V. Q into V. If I replace here, that is the square of F into D is Q square into V square by I square into Q square. So here, observe Q square goes. Finally, it becomes V square by I square. That means mu naught by epsilon is V square by I square. Hence, first option A is correct. Okay, first option A is correct. So here I clearly write option A. Option A is correct. Option A is correct. We have checked it. Okay. Now let us take up the second option. What is second option? Option B. Mu naught into I is equal to epsilon into V. Just now we have seen mu naught by epsilon is V square by I square. But from this equation, what we are getting? Mu naught by epsilon is V by I. So hence it is incorrect. So mu naught by epsilon is V square by I square. Earlier we have checked, but this is leading to only V by I. Hence it is incorrect. So option B is incorrect. Let us see the third option. Third option is C. What is third option? That is I is equal to epsilon into C, speed of light, into potential difference. Okay. What is epsilon? Epsilon is, that is Q square by F into D square. Okay. From the previous formula. Speed of light. Speed of light is what? Distance by time into voltage difference, that is the potential difference V. Okay. Now, observe here. In this case, 1D cancels. So finally it becomes Q by F into D V by T. V by T. Clear? V by T. Just now we have seen that work is equal to FD, which is equal to Q into V. Q into V. If I replace this term FD, QV, so Q divided by QV into V by T into V by T. Okay, FD is replaced by, have the clarity here, this becomes square. This is square. Okay, so here is also square. So one of the VV goes, one of the charge and charge goes out. Finally, what is remaining? Q by time. So what is Q by time? Q by time, that is current. Q by time is nothing but current. So here I said Q by time is equal to I current. Okay. Now hence, whatever the equation given, I is equal to, left hand side is equal to right hand side epsilon speed of light into V is a correct one. Is correct. Yeah. Now option C. Option C is correct. Option C is correct. Okay. Now let us see the fourth option. What is fourth option? He has given an equation mu naught into speed of light into I, which is equal to epsilon into V. Now, let us rearrange the terms. Mu naught by epsilon is equal to V by I into C. Okay. Now, just now we have seen that mu naught by epsilon T is V square by I square. There is no other term, that is the speed of the light. Okay. No, which is an incorrect one. So this is an incorrect option. Even if you want to check up, you can easily check up. So observe, that is, what is C? C is the speed of light. Speed of light. So here, V is the potential difference, I is the current, and C is the speed of light. So V by I, speed of light is what? Distance by time. So distance by time, if I divide by time, this goes into the numerator as time. Clear? So potential difference into time divided by current into distance. Okay. Observe carefully. This, if you again by using Ohm's law, if you simplify this, what is Ohm's law? From Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. So V by I is equal to resistance R. If I simplify this term, V by I is as R into time T by D. Okay. Time by the distance. So again, it is going to be leading to a complicated simplification. Okay. So hence, from earlier case, mu naught by epsilon is simply mu naught by epsilon is V square by I square, not this. So hence, this option is a wrong option. This is a wrong option. Okay. Now, what are the options correct? Which options are correct? So, first option A, option A, 9, option C, both are correct. A and C are correct. So, have the clarity. MCQ, multiple choice questions with A and C. The correct answers. Clear? Okay. Now, have the clarity. Before solving a question, read the question carefully and attempt in a very simple time, 1 to 2 minutes, not more than. Here, I am giving an explanation and I am explaining in detail. Okay. Now, this is a up here question. Hope you have understood this one. Here, if you like, please subscribe the channel. Thank you very much for your patient listening.